And we're back here in Astra Season AR, and we've come across a team today that kind of puzzles me a little bit, but I decided that I would play it on camera anyway because it's another opportunity to show off my Gale Force team. I do love my Gale Force team a lot, it's really fun. So we'll go from left to right. We have a Duma not hitting any of my buildings, thank you Mr. Duma. He's running boots and otherwise pretty much base kit plus shove, which is an odd choice. He's given his entire own lane. Like, Duma's in timeout, he's done something bad, he's been a naughty evil god, and he's been put away from everyone else. Then we have a Hashida Micaiah, pretty common dancer, running the double attack resbond, which is interesting. Also drive defense to make these guys extra thick. Otherwise pretty standard stuff. We have a Loki here, who is kind of a rare defense unit. She, much like Bridal Form, she's much better on offense, which is why you don't see her very much. She's running Restore, but fortunately for me, I don't run any debuffs on my defense on my Gale Force team, so that's not really a threat to me. Doesn't really affect me in any way. He's running a +3, +4 Brave Veronica here with the Panic Staff instead of her Preference Staff. Miracle, attack +3. And Close Guard with attack speed 2. Also running Physic instead of Restore or anything like that. It does mean that on Bolt Tower turn, if you were to fail to kill any of these guys or not engage or anything like that, then Veronica could come down here and heal Cecilia and they get danced. But that's not going to happen in this particular match. Then we have a +7, +5 Winter Cecilia, who is running Svalin Shield Bold Fighter with Iceberg. She's running a dual rally, which is again a very odd choice. Don't think it's good. I don't think rallies are good on defense teams, with the sole exception being in the context of a rally trap, which this is not. She's also running Drive Res for team support and HP Res 2 as a seal, which is an odd choice. I suppose it kind of works for what he's going for. I don't really know. And then we have a +1 Dancer Bakut, no flowers. He's opted to replace the preference weapon for a Casablanca, which I don't super agree with. I think if you were gonna go with an inheritable lance, you'd probably go with like Wagasa Plus as a support unit. Casablanca seems like it really isn't gonna do much, but he is pretty thick. He is pretty thick, not very fast, but pretty thick. Running that Fort Def Res 3 Guard, which you might think is really annoying for a Gale Force team, and it is, but it's not going to be the be-all, end-all, as you see. And Distant Guard as well to make his team a little bit more tanky. So, with that out of the way, what we need to do is we need to... Where am I at? I'm just figuring out exactly where my units need to be. Pretty sure I need to be like that. Or like that. Yeah, it sounds about right. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do... Actually, do I want them there? You break that. Yeah, no, this works. This works. It's all fine.
Understood.
I think I actually... Last time I checked, I needed my, what's it called? I needed my attack buff to actually one round the Bakut, because he's getting quite a bit of extra defense. I'm just thinking, I think I can pull that off though. Yeah, we can pull that off. Alright, we're all good. Just doing some last minute thinking about where I need my units to be and all that.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and move like this.
You have my trust.
Just like that, and next turn we will initiate. We will indeed. Unfortunately, we're going to take a little bit of damage from that Duma right there, but it's not really going to matter.
Understood.
So who really cares? So first up, we are going to go right here.
Let us go.
We're going to dance for our power, and we'll smite onto the trap to see if it's real or not. That was the real one. Seems to be a fairly low level one. Looks like we can bring up Rutger now. Actually,
Be careful.
I think we might,
Sisters.
I'm thinking if we want to disengage.
What is my task?
I am fast, I
I'll
am...
help.
How exactly do I want to do this? the original idea was something different, but I noticed in the battle preps for this that maybe that wasn't the best play. I don't think my duo skill is going to get me out of any trouble this time.
Forward.
If I had extra move on Rutger, that would be really nice. As it stands, I can kind of box them in a bit. I can kill Cecilia, and then kill Bakut. That gets rid of one of the dancers. At that point, Loki should attack me. And Veronica might attack me as well, but Micaiah can't move. In fact, Loki might even just restore because she doesn't kill me. That's entirely possible. You know, I think I'm going to leave this one to Pala. I think disengaging from where we are is going to take too long. Probably not worth it. Yeah, I think we're going to just go with Pala. The original game plan was something different to this, as you might be able to tell, because I'm thinking about this a lot.
What is my task?
But yeah, looks like we're just gonna disengage here. I don't get affected by panic because I am above 60 HP. Thank you, bonus stats. Bless up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of the Bakut, I think. We'll go ahead and do that. We will actually charge just a tiny bit of Gale Force on that because of the Heavy Blade, but not much. And then from there, honestly, we can do this, actually. This is probably a better idea. If I move in with Rutger in this position, then the only unit that can attack is Loki. And Loki obviously doesn't kill any of our units in 2 hits. So this is probably the optimal play right here. Yeah, we're going to do that. And that means I get my attack Resbond active as well. That is definitely optimal right there, I think. So Loki might even just restore twice. Okay, no, she is actually going to attack Rutger. I wonder why. There's got to be some sort of damage. I guess there wasn't actually a debuff on Micaiah after she danced, now that I think about it. Alright, so I guess we can go ahead and kill both of these healers with Rutger. Bada bing. And we'll follow up with the bada boom.
Yes.
There we go. Go ahead and get rid of that. Loki. You've got Wings of Mercy, so I don't want to leave you alive. We'll go ahead and kill this guy with Micaiah. I mean, we'll go ahead and kill Micaiah with Pala. Excuse me. On this side, Duma is going to have his boots disabled at the start of next turn, so we can actually safely break this. Even though it looks like we're in the danger area right now, in reality we are not. And I think I'll just do a little bit of a shift around like that to prep for next turn. Duma might move up. Nope, he moves down. That's actually really good. We want him to move down. So while we don't need to use our duo skill here to get the pot we're going to, because I think it's a nice flex.
Here we go. I'm with you.
I'm flexing my money on the enemy team. Could have obviously just danced with Rayson to get this pot, but I'm not going to. We'll get this pot with Rutger, and then Altina will go ahead and get the kill because of that dragon effectiveness. Alright. Not the Chaos God that Altina is known for killing, but a god nonetheless. So that's going to be a nice little Gale Force sweep. Not quite the end of the week yet, so we might get another chance to use them, but I'm already pretty satisfied with how often we've got to use them this week. As I've said before, Gale Force is a pretty fickle comp, so whenever you can use it is a occasion for celebration. So yeah, it was a pretty cool team. Obviously things didn't go exactly according to plan. I had a different idea of how I wanted to play it in my head, but I messed up with my positioning early on in the game. Didn't end up mattering, obviously, we won. That team was kind of a mishmash. It looked like a healer and dancer spam, but that's not the kind of healers that are really going to strike fear into people. I mean, Veronica's good, but Loki really truly is an offense unit. Offense team kind of unit. She doesn't function especially well on defense teams. She doesn't have the offensive stats to be really scary or threatening in any way. But that match was a lot more about showing off Gale Force rather than actually, fighting an interesting enemy team. That doesn't happen all the time. And it goes to show as well, when you run a Gale Force team, you don't have to kill everything on the turn you initiate. Sometimes it's good enough to just kill the major threats and also just position properly. Like, there are a lot of teams where you'll be able to put ranged units especially in positions where their threat range and their ability to hit multiple times and such is severely diminished. So that was just an example of that kind of thing, where you don't have to wipe everyone to still be an effective Gale Force. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Defense-wise, I haven't been hit yet from yesterday, apart from this guy. Don't know how he lost. He probably got timed out. I couldn't be bothered to watch the replay. But of course, successes when you're in immunity don't matter. And we figured out that this is actually a viewer of mine, Redeader. I can't believe I didn't recognize the name earlier, because he's commented on my videos for ages now. I mean, I did recognize the name, but I didn't like put it to who it was exactly. So I'm sorry that I didn't recognize you straight away, but I definitely do now, and that's a pretty sick Loki, to be honest, man. I'm probably not going to fight you at the end of the week because I don't want to take your lift. Like, if it's this team, I don't want to take your lift, and if it's a defense team, like a fishing team, I don't think that would be very entertaining. At the moment, I still have 3 ladders, so while I have 3 ladders, I do like to put on a show and fight teams that look pretty challenging. But I think what I'll do is, if I still have 3 ladders tomorrow, or like after my first game, I'll probably go into your defense team and then just lose on purpose so I can add you, and then we'll fight the actual real last match of the week. So keep up your actual defense team, because we'll take a quick look at it. I just won't try to beat it, and we'll do a nice little showcase. I think that would be fun. Of course, if you don't want me to showcase your defense team, just leave a comment and let me know, because some people do like their privacy. They don't want everyone to just see how to beat their teams or anything like that. So yeah, just let me know. I'm sure you're watching this. Anyway, that is definitely going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow for what I think is the last day of Ether Raids. My time scale is like way off right now. I think tomorrow reset is the last day of Ether Raids, and my mic picked really bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next game. Until then.